Meet Sammy Mbugua, a fitness professional dedicated to helping people transform their bodies and live healthier, stronger lives, and he'll be sharing his journey on Millennial on the Move.
Hi, what's up? My name is Sammy Mbugua. I'm a fitness professional from Road to Pro Gym that's in Car West. So one thing I like about our gym, I like the transformation. I like when people transform physically, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually through the gym. So that's one of the biggest things that I love about working out and helping people reach the goals that they want to reach.
Sammy, how would you describe fitness to someone just starting their journey?
According to me, fitness is taking care of your body physically in terms of movement. So you can so there are different kinds of keeping fitness. Either you walk, that's more of cardiovascular, or more of weight training. So there are two ways. So it's either cardio or weight training. So fitness is where you incorporate your body into movement. So you can walk, you can run, you can do burpees, you can come to the gym, you can do some kettlebells, you can do them. So there's fitness incorporates a lot. It's important to keep fit, number one, because of your health. So one of the things that we suffer a lot in our country is about obesity and many chronic diseases out there. So one of the things that fitness does for us, it actually helps us avoid those chronic diseases like diabetes, like hypertension, high blood pressure. So we're able to deal with that. And also there are people who stress levels, it's actually you're from work, you come and have a workout and you feel amazing after you forget your problems. So fitness also helps with your mental wellness. So the best time to work out is, drum rolls, anytime. So you can work out either in the morning or at night, but many people prefer in the morning because you're fasted, you're not tired. So for many people it works for them in the morning because they're in a fasted state. Most of them haven't eaten their dinner at the time, so you're not feeling sluggish. And secondly, you have the energy of the day, like you're not exhausted with so many things about work. So morning works for most people, but you can work out at any time. Anyone can work out, let me say, because 90-year-olds can work out, 80, we have 64-year-olds, we have 50-year-olds, we have 40-year-olds who work out with us, 20-year-olds, actually some of them in the same workout. So anyone can work out. That is not dependent on age. Even there are people who are 90 and they still work out. So anyone can work out.
Before we dive into the main workout, warming up is key. We'll start with light movements to get your blood flowing, loosen your muscles, and prepare your body for action.
Today we have a full functional training setup, so it incorporates various workouts. But before I show you these workouts, I'd like to explain to you about just warming up. So one of the things that warming up does for you, it actually gets your blood flowing and actually opens the muscles that are tight on. So it helps you avoid injuries and helps your body actually be akin to the workouts you're about to do. So the warm-ups that you shall do, so there's one. So you can go over here. So this is just high knees. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep going, 8, 9, 10. Another one that you can do is jumping jacks, which is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if this one disturbs you, there are people who have problems with their knees or they are not functioning well to actually do it. So you can just do one step at a time. So 1, there, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember your warm-up needs to be for 5 minutes, so I'll just show you as a demonstration, so aim to get it for 5 minutes. Here are our stations that we have today. So for number 1, we'll have kettlebell swings. These are hinge movement, so it works out your whole body. So today we'll focus on just a full body workout. So a kettlebell swing, so chest out, is just a quarter squat, and then allow the kettlebell to just go ahead of you and through you. Head, you can take it all the way to the top. Make sure you face forward just so that your back is arched the whole time. That's the first workout we have.
Sammy Mbugua shares his journey into fitness, having trained professionally in personal training and nutrition, and spent years helping people of all ages reach their health and fitness goals.
All right, before I continue, I want to share with you guys my background and how I found myself here. So I used to be a footballer. I played for the NSL, which is the National Super League, and also for Div 1 soccer in football. So one of my biggest goals was to be a footballer. Things didn't work out for me in the football world, but one of the biggest passions that I had for myself was to become was fitness. So the gym was the most constant thing about my life when I look at it. So I fell in love with training. When COVID time happened, at that time we didn't have to go back to the field because we were all told to stay home, we couldn't train. So I started training people for free at 6 a.m. at a dome over here around in Marion School's Car West. And actually that's when I started to realize that actually I can teach people how to do it. And then decided to pursue it fully because I saw people transforming, and it gives me such joy to see people transform physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Behind Sammy's rise from humble beginnings, his parents' support has been constant, guiding, encouraging, and believing in his dreams every step of the way.
So I've always had supportive parents in terms of fitness, because one of the biggest things they realized that was mostly my escape mechanism. So that's a place where I felt like I could deal with my emotions. I felt like I could let out some anger with working out rather than letting it out on people. So they really supported me in it. When I did soccer, one of the biggest things, my mom supported me. I remember when I was playing NSL, there was a point whereby I wasn't being paid at the time, so always used to remove fare for me, supporting me until the point where I could stand up for myself. And one of the things they also share that they used to be athletic. So they say athleticism came from them. I'm not sure because I can't see some gold medals in their drawers or something. But they say that my family and I get our athleticism from them. Yeah. All right, so I went to school in the Marion schools here in Car West. So I schooled in Marion School in primary school, and then when I reached class 6, I went to Farmhouse. So the same branch, but Marion Farmhouse, which is on Kiambu Kamiti Road. So it was a wonderful experience. I love the fact that they were not only focused on books, but they were focused on the holistic growth of a child. So for me, I was not so good in the books part, but in the sports part, I was so good, and they made sure that I grew up in that space.
This fitness enthusiast says his typical day balances training clients, planning meals, and staying active with his own workouts.
In my typical day, I wake up quite early, depends on the day, but majority of the time I try to be awake before 5 a.m., 6 a.m., but before 5 a.m. majority of the time. I wake up I do prayers in the morning, and then after I do prayers, I have a word, I read my word, which is the Bible, and then I come to the gym. So like a day like today, I had a morning session online. So I had some people who I trained in the morning, so I have an online morning session. And then I just come here and then just make sure that everyone is being trained well. I have a coach who assists me in terms of making sure delivery of our workouts are perfectly well. So I just come to support here and there and making sure how people are. Another thing that I do during midday times is the times where I'm able to call people, follow up the people who haven't been to the gym, how people are doing. So it's times that I keep it for relationships. And then way after in the afternoon and in the evening, I do time for making content or maybe reading a book. One of the biggest things I love so much is reading books. So I'm in a goal of trying to hit 3 books every month. So I try hitting that. So in my afternoon, I try hitting at least 1 or 2 hours of reading a book. And then in the evening, I'm back to the gym for our evening session and making sure that the workouts are splendid and wonderful. All right, we got some push press. This is a functional movement. So push press is supposed to mimic you taking your box in the kitchen and putting it on top of the drawer. So this is how now in the gym you work out on it. So you squat with it, you lift up. So it works in a full body, so your quads, your shoulders are in. So you aim to do as fast as possible. 2, I'll go till 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. All right, that's a push press. Next, I'll be doing a snatch. A snatch also mimics you picking up something and putting it somewhere. So maybe you've gone for shopping, you have your paper bag somewhere, you're trying to lift it up and put it on a table. So that's how our functional movement is. So now this is what mimics it. So you lift it up, take it back up, switch arms, there. Then just add speed. 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll go till 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. All right. So walk in the path that God has called you to be in. the doors will open. And one of the things that I'll tell you, sometimes our parents don't understand our why we want to do something until they see how serious you are. So just don't speak about it, show some steps. So come with them and tell them, update them even if they're not supporting you. So you can update them and tell them, hey mom, I applied for this team and this is what they said. Or you can be like, hey mom, I want to start off a gym and I found out this price. So take actions about it. Just don't talk about it. Hey, I want to start this. Hey dad, I want to start this. Take actions about it and they'll take you seriously. So for the parents out there, if you're a parent out there, so gone are the days where blue-collar jobs are the thing to be. Gone are the days whereby everyone is pursuing doctors, everyone is pursuing to be an engineer. So there's a lot of actually resources in the sports industry and in the fitness world. So allow your child to actually take on the step to actually learn for themselves. One of the biggest things I liked is when I was in soccer, is when I was allowed to make mistakes, I was able to grow and learn quicker. So allow your child to make mistakes, even if sometimes you can see, just advise them and allow them to make the mistakes they're gonna make, they're gonna grow and learn from it. So allow them to make the mistakes. If you believe it's a mistake they're making, allow them to make that mistake. Yeah, so I've inspired so many people. One of them is my two sisters actually, and my mother. So those are the people I've inspired. So one of the things I remember, my sister didn't used to work out, so she was against working out. So we started home workouts. So we started to get jerry cans at home. I started to teach her just small movements where she can do even with bed sheets, some workouts to work out her back in. So one of the people actually got to inspire was my twin sister. It's called unwavering. And then now recently my big sister has gotten inspired. Recently I did a talk about the importance of doing step counts and walking. Just walking as a workout. So she's walking. She's doing, her meal is actually amazing. She's doing 1 meal a day, veggies, and then, but also she's incorporating less. In terms of a keto diet, she's more into ketogenic eating. And also my mother, one of the things that, one of the projects I had in school was to have someone who I'll help them get rid of a certain injury. And that was my mom. So last year, I took her on as a client of mine. Made her go through some different workouts. Of course, working with parents is very difficult because they love to parent, so they don't want to listen so much. But I can say, at the end of it, she actually got healed, so she wasn't able to do a squat. She also had a lot of swelling and all, but at the end of it, she actually works out by herself at home. All right, guys, it's time for us to take a commercial break. Welcome back from the break. My name is Sammy Mbugua, fitness professional from Road to Pro Gym, Car West. So, back to my story.
Sammy's highlights include the fitness transformations of his clients, personal milestones, and the chance to inspire others towards healthier, stronger lives.
All right, so my highlights, number one thing is seeing people transform physically. So I've seen various of our members lose 16 to 20 kgs in 3 months. There's one of our ladies who started with us early last year. She went from 93 and now she's in 71. So she's lost a bunch of weight. She's become more confident. And even she has her six pack showing. And she came at the time, she was very heavy. She couldn't even do this at the time. But now she's there looking like a model. Yeah, she's called Joyce. So she's one of the biggest testimonials that we've had so far for the longest. So the biggest secrets about losing weight, number one is it's movement and nutrition. So this is what. So movement means you need to move more than you burn in the day. So in terms of something called a basal metabolic rate, is the amount of energy your body expends in a day. So if your basal metabolic rate is around 1,500 in a day, you need to at least eat less than that. So you need to eat at least 1,200 calories a day. So on the diet part, focus less on, I know we're in a country where we focus a lot on carbohydrates. So focus less on carbohydrates, more on proteins, drink more water, sleep more, move more during the day. So those are things that I advise you to do if you want to lose weight. Secondly, my biggest highlight is that we've had not many gyms experiences. We proud ourselves as a Christian gym. So one of the biggest things that we've seen close to 5 people give their life to Christ through the gym. So it has been such a blessing because people wonder how our fitness community can lead someone to Christ. I think it's the Lord's doing. So that's spiritually, that's the impact we've had. Emotionally, we've had people who've come here who couldn't talk. When we finish our workouts, we always come together as a team, share some brief and just share our checkouts, do a prayer together. So we found people who couldn't even speak confidently. Now speaking confidently, they speak like they own the world, like they own the gym. And then also intellectually, one of the biggest things that we've seen our members do is understand deeper into fitness. So they've understood about nutrition, they've understood even we discuss about money and different things. So we've seen impact, not just physically here at the gym, but as life at whole. So we've seen people get impacted life as well. Yeah.
He shares that the biggest lessons he's learned are the importance of consistency, patience, and believing in yourself, both in fitness and in life.
One of my biggest lessons, confidence is key. Yeah. So one of the biggest things that I've learned is being confident. One of the things that a grace that I have in my life through the Lord is actually my confidence. When I speak to people, I remember when I started training people, I didn't have any certification about it, but many people came together to allow me to train their bodies. They entrusted me to train their bodies. So I think it's just the confidence, yeah? So be confident, trust in the Lord, trust in the direction He's taking you into. So that's the biggest lesson I've learned so far. These days I have people saying, I want a snatch back, I want a small waist, yes, a nice glutes looking nice. So my biggest problem has been people who are impatient. Yeah? So not everyone has the same journey, not everyone takes the same time. And one of the biggest things I try urging our members here, and I'll urge you out there, is that you need to think about it as being a lifestyle, not just a sprint, but a marathon, you know. You will try things, you try different diets, some would work, some won't work. There are some people who have tried out this diet, it has worked for them completely. Some other people, this one hasn't worked. So think about it on the long haul. Think about the long-term goals you have for fitness, which must be around longevity, more than that. So the ones who have been quick to lose 15, 20 kgs in 2 months and not seen the results and decided to leave the gym, those are one of our biggest. We've had some failures, yeah, through them.
A mantra is that inner voice that urges you to keep going, stay true, and never stop moving forward.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's one of the biggest things I learned, is that sometimes it's not by my own strength, but it's Christ who strengthens me. There are many times I would wake up in the morning and I'd say, voila, I don't need to show up, I don't need to come to the gym, I don't need to work out. But the other time I just reach the gym, I'm like, okay, I need to do something, yeah. So I think I believe it's Christ who strengthens me. By myself, I would have been very palm, eating whatever. I love burgers, so I'd have been eating burgers every day. I love pizzas, I know you guys love them. I love those quick mat hot dogs, but I have to control myself, yeah. So it's Christ who strengthens me. All right, here's a stationary bike, works like a full body cardio. So the bike is very important because number one, as you're running, if you have problems with your knee or you don't, knee problems, one of the biggest things that helps you is the bike because it doesn't give pressure to the knee and it's a wonderful cardio workout. And then you can always increase the resistance, climb that hill, you know. Yeah, so I'm feeling around my quads. I'm feeling it like I'm climbing a hill with a bike, you know. Yeah, so it ain't easy.
So where does he see himself in the years to come?
He's owning a franchise of gyms around Kenya, around Africa. So we'd want our whatever that's happening here to go globally. So in the next 5 to 10 years, we're trusting the Lord that will not only be in Kahawa West, that will be in different parts of the country, different parts of the continent, that will have expanded to different countries, yeah. So whatever is happening here, the blessings that we are seeing here, where people are transforming physically, emotionally, spiritually, also to happen in other places. So one of the biggest things that stops young people, number one, is being distracted. So you choosing to start something, and then when it gets hard, you give up on it. So the biggest thing that actually I can tell you about this gym, we just started with 1 barbell and 2 dumbbells. So we started growing it one by one. So we didn't, at the time at least, we didn't have shame of our small beginnings, but we stuck by it. So we went adding things, we went getting the bike, we went getting the bench. So one of the biggest things for young people I'd advise you is just to stick by it. It will get better. All right, so I saw recently that Gen Zs have become a big trend in countries apart from Kenya. Also Kenya, you've seen in many of the events that Gen Zs have started to go to church. And not only that, also in the fitness space, many wellness centers in terms of mental wellness centers, in terms of Pilates, in terms of places for meditation have been occupied a lot by Gen Zs. So one of the biggest things I'm learning about Gen Zs is that we are really taking control of our lives, that we are taking control of our emotional life, our spiritual life, and we are seeking God for ourselves, which is an amazing thing. In my free time, I love to watch podcasts. So I love to watch podcasts. I love swimming. I love doing podcasts. I'm mostly also a book writer. So during my free time, I like to write, to think, what book do I want to read? So I'm currently writing a book. So in my free time, I try to come up with ideas for that book. So what I tell my younger selves is trust in the Lord. Don't lean on your own understanding, but seek knowledge and wisdom from other people. I think that when I was young, my confidence was good, but it made me arrogant towards people's advice. So I tell myself to also listen to other people, pray about decisions I'm about to make, and just lean on God as I continue pursuing my ambitions.
He credits the mentors who guided him, coaches, trainers, and experienced professionals who inspired his growth in fitness.
So my number one mentor has been he's the CEO of Marion Schools. So he's taught me a lot about my finances. So he's looked at my financial books and asked me some questions, some very hard questions. I have, in the fitness world, I have one of the coaches from VMX. One of the coaches of VMX and one coach from the US is called Coach Chacha, and Coach Cecile is from the VMX gym. So there are people who've actually made me know about fitness in a deep, in-depth analysis and made me have high standards for my fitness. So my parting shot is trust in the Lord. Always, He'll never disappoint you. Keep pushing, never stop, keep active, pray, keep active, keep pushing. Road to Pro Gym is our gym. We focus on holistic growth. So we are in Marion School, Kaha West. Our social media is just Road to Pro Gym on Instagram, Facebook, IG, and also YouTube. We have some wonderful podcasts that you can grow spiritually, emotionally, intellectually. So also go watch our podcast on YouTube. I'm sure it will be of great value for you. Sammy Wainena is my name on Instagram. Sammy Wainena is my name on Facebook. I don't use Facebook as much. I'm also on YouTube. I had a podcast I still have that podcast called Straight Up Talk. It also has some wonderful podcast episodes that you can watch. So Sammy Wainena is my name. You can check me out on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah.